the main thing is that people know Claude, millions, but not a lot of people know your company maybe. So the fix that we kind of find was reach out to decision makers and get more customers, which might be obvious to a lot of you. And then the follow-up question is like, okay, we're B2B company like Anthropic. How do we do this? You use the LinkedIn platform. LinkedIn is the best platform because it has like, I think 67 million decision makers. So you're very likely to find the CEO of the company you're pitching to be on this platform. But yes, then the follow-up question is like how? Well, I would recommend you, maybe a bit biased, to use our system. And that means you combine content with outreach. And then the question is, the first one is why content? And the main reason is that you get more profile visits, you get more people on your product, maybe even Jeff Bezos sees your product, which could be a great opportunity. But the main one is that you get higher conversion rate. People like respond to your messages at a higher rate, they accept you at a higher rate, and everything you do works way better because you enter every conversation, every comment, everything you do enters with like a new level of coolness, if we call it this. And then the natural follow-up question is like, okay, how do we do outreach? So I'm guessing if you're watching this, then you're like a B2B company. You sell to enterprise. So the how you do it is that you send messages to decision makers on LinkedIn and you book calls. And to do this, you should use our setting system. And I will just give this to you. Like, I'll just give everything away. Okay, how to set appointments. This is a good one and a pretty valuable one, actually. And here's the craziest plot twist of them all. It starts before you even connect. That's right. So we got two people. And one is person A. And they have an empty profile. No post, no pinned post. Maybe their header says, oh, I'm a founder at this company. They basically, like, you should see your own profile as a website. And a website has it very clearly, like, this is what we do. We do it for this person. This is our product. So we got person A over here, and they got no posts. They don't have optimized profile. And this means that when they connect with their prospect, the person you're trying to sell, they don't really know what you do. And they don't really know why you're the guy. So then when you enter a conversation, you have to like explain yourself. Compare this to person B. And they got a whole profile full of posts and demos. And they got a buyer, header, and job description. Every single place that they can place text, they make it obvious. This is what we do. This is why it makes sense. This is why you need it. And this is who it's for. Like everything you need. And the result is that the person you're selling to knows how it works. They know what you sell. They know what's useful. And you get higher conversion. And when you enter these calls or like messages, you don't really need to explain yourself. Because they saw your profile. And they got it. They got it why you're selling it, why it makes sense. And they probably even imagine like, oh, is this something I need? And maybe it is. And then you just make everything so much easier. Now we get into the real value. It's crazy I'm actually giving this for you for free. You're a lucky duck. You mister watching through the television. Okay. So basically, there's like a setter script that you can use through LinkedIn. And I'm gonna give you another plot twist at the end of this. But basically you enter a conversation and you say, hello, mister. Maybe you do some like some noteworthy thing on their profile, what they're building, what sector they're in. Pretty lightweight, you just want to get a response. And then you can do a lightweight question like, how are you guys solving this issue? And then you get a sort of like a system check, which basically means like, if you're selling outreach services, then you ask like, how are you getting your clients? Like, who is reaching out? What are they doing? What channels? And then you kind of dig deeper. So you're like, okay, you're using this channel, but it's not quite working. Like, what will happen if you guys keep like investing in this? And then it's like, oh, it's probably not gonna go as well. But luckily enough, we have actually done this for people like you and gotten this result. Could I show you like 20 minutes if it makes sense? See if it could help. Show what we do. And then you book the call. Anyone else needs to be there? Your CTO maybe? Your CMO? Who will I actually be working with on this? And now I kind of walked you through like the steps, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of the ones. And then you send like the pre-call video. So they have booked a call with you. They're excited to see you. And now, like, you might see this as a common theme. But this pre-call video is a video where you explain what you guys do, how it works, who it's for, maybe even the price. And this really gets them in the mind. You can also use like some psychological things. You can show some proof, why it's worth, why it works. And this will like make them enter the call into a very good way. And another thing that you should note, you the person watching this, because you can definitely book calls where people join your call. But if you don't do like this kind of stuff, if you're just like a cool guy that wants to talk to them, then they won't enter the call in like the frame that you want them. They won't enter the call with like, okay, this person will help me with this problem. They'll just take your call. And this is like pretty night and day if you can actually sell them on your service. But Mr. Viewer, I got something even crazier to tell you. I mentioned content before. I kind of glossed over it. Here's the craziest part. The better your content is, the more steps disappear. I spoke to you earlier about having an optimized profile. So if your prospect has seen your content, they know what you do, they checked out your profile, then it might even be like, oh, hello, what's up? Can we book a call? I want to buy this from you. I'm sort of exaggerating, but not really. So this is why content is kind of the thing that builds you, makes it clear who you are, why you're the guy, why you can help them, and all of this stuff. So if you look in on the content, you got your bio optimized, you got maybe a pinned post of your product, then you might not even need all this. They might already know what you want, what you sell, and they might even already want your services. And yeah, this is kind of the TLDR, that post content to build authority. So content and profile setup is like kind of the same. So you post the content and you get this like authority. And let's say you add a prospect and you don't even send them a message, and you post like for 2 weeks. They see every post and they kind of like this, and then you reach out after 2 weeks. It's not cold anymore. They've already seen your content, they got them value, they know that you cover their gaps. They're so down to work with you. So TLDR, post content to build authority. Content helps you set more calls because you enter with this like big baller frame. And then the other one is like use our LinkedIn setter script. When you've done all this successfully, now LinkedIn books you calls. And by the way, we have all of this free in our community on WAP on Growzilla. So for $1 a month, you get access to all our guides and stuff. Or you can just partner with us and we do everything I mentioned for you. So you don't have to bother with it. Alright, Merry Christmas, guys.